and welcome back to the Acting Daddy channel and the third episode of this little new series we've got going on with myself and Andrew Connor. And in this one, we're going to be talking about what this channel's basically about, which is acting while you're a dad. Trying to make a career in the business when you've got, when you've got a family, when you've got responsibilities at home, creating your own work as a dad, which is something that Andy's going to talk about because that's his expertise. Shall we say? But yeah, it's our graft, isn't it?
It bloody is.
It's our graft.
Yeah.
When you've got to, especially like I say, for us, we're both dads. Yeah. We've both got to put food on the table and pay bills. Mm-hmm. And trying to make an acting career in between. And like we've already said in the previous video, sometimes you've got to take freebies and do all these kind of things to build yourself up. It's a graft.
Yeah. Because I mean, to be honest with you, like in the normal jobs, you can work up the ladder. You can let's say retail, for example, you got sales assistant, supervisor, assistant manager, regional managers, all that. Yeah. Acting, that's a whole different thing. Because you could get straight to the bloody manager stage, get a big part in something, and you're down at the little sales assistant, part-time sales assistant stage and all that. Which is
I was going to say that's where we both are, aren't we? Yeah. Obviously, I won't name where we work. Stuff like that, but you work in a shop, I work in a fast food place, and you got to do you got to do things to pay the bills, like I say, and put food on the table. But at the same time, again, it's about trying to make that space and that time to be able to build the career, and especially around. So, like we were talking before, you've got to try and work and earn money, try and be a dad, boyfriend, husband, whatever it might be. Yeah. And then try and get an acting career as well. Yeah. It's a lot to balance, isn't it?
Stress me out thinking about it, to be honest. I'm talking about it then, I'm going to have a panic attack.
it's a lot, which is why I'm joking. No, but it's a lot. But like we were talking as well, like you put a note there about motivation and determination and stuff like that. That can actually be part of your motivation.
Well, yeah, at the end of it's like me, for example. I mean, I actually reduced my hours at work in order to have more time to be available for acting. Yeah. Because realistically, what I found in the acting career, it's from Monday to Fridays, anytime Monday to Fridays. So I mainly organise this sort of work at the weekends, trying to grab every hour I can get and try and get overtime as well.
Yeah.
That can screw you up, but at the end of the day, that's the secure money. That's the money that's definitely coming in. Because with acting, you could be on a good few grand and then nothing for 2 years.
Exactly.
Which we can't live like that now, can you?
No, definitely not.
You need your secure money. Not that it's fun, because sometimes it's like a passionate job that you're in and you hate your job because it's not what you're passionate about.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah. And if you're full-time acting, you'll be passionate about it, bloody hell, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the aim for, like, us, and I'm sure anyone watching this video, the aim is to be, a full-time actor. Like you say, your dream would be just to go from paid job to paid job and stuff like that. Like, for me, if I went for a paid job and even had, like, a little month off and then got another paid job, do you know what I mean? That'd be, comfortability for me, but in this industry, it's so hard. Yeah, it's so hard to be able to keep that run going.
They don't want you to be successful. That's how it seems to go. they don't. It's horrible. It's like, for example, right. Well, I've got to use this, right? If I want to, I do script writing as well and stuff. Yep. And you got, as an actor as well, it's good to be able to create your stuff and get yourself out there more.
Absolutely. Don't wait for opportunities.
Exactly. I mean, that's what happened with people like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. I mean, they were doing all right and stuff like that, but they did even better when they decided to write Good Will Hunting. They decided that they've got to create their own thing in order to get successful. And bloody hell, they were successful off that. They were working now. Yeah, one of them was Batman, for God's sake. Can't get more than that.
You don't get better than that, really, does it? I'm Batman.
I mean, I like to be Batman, but fat Batman. Doesn't really work, does it?
That would be funny though. That'd be a good spin-off.
I've lost my trail of talk. See, this is what I do. Because there was a point to that. There was an actual point. I can't remember. That's the point.
That's the point.
The point is, for example, in this industry, this is what it's like with acting as well. In order to get somewhere, you need an agent. You can't get an agent without work. On your CV, you can't get work without an agent.
Very vicious cycle.
Yeah, it's a
very vicious cycle. I was very very lucky because when I got my first agent, so my first agent was Red 13 Management, who's now actually closed up. But that was, it was Freddie Bolt and Lauren Shippey who ran that. And at the time, I just about got in on the Young Performer. Yeah, because I was under, is it 25 on Spotlight?
God knows.
I think it's under 25 on Spotlight and you're a young performer, and basically with that you just walk up. You don't need any credits, you just walk up. So after you go 25, when you're an adult and a professional actor, yeah, you've got, is it full credits, professional credits you've got to get before you join them?
I think so.
And then like you say, obviously that's a knock-on because you're not going to get a professional credit unless you're through Spotlight, and that's not going to happen unless you've got an agent. So it's just it's a vicious circle. And for yourself as well, I'll just say apologies now. It sounds like someone's having a coffee and the coffee machine's going. You might be able to hear it. We're live podcasting. This is what happens.
Yeah, I'm a poor as fuck with actors.
Yeah,
we
couldn't afford to pay for the venue, and like I say, big shout out to 53 and 6. They've given us the venue for free. So we'll let them make it blue. It's life.
Yeah, we'll let them get on with that.
It's life.
Getting the money in. Yeah, so that's a ball life. I mean, really, I didn't have it as easy as you. Mine was hard work, man. I had to.
No, it is. It's a vicious cycle. That's what I was going to say as well. You've had the same kind of cycle with
getting an agent.
A literary agent as well, haven't you? I know.
I can't get one, mate.
Obviously, like you say, you wrote and created Rebound, you wrote and created The Lockdowns, you wrote and created Almost Dead. So, and obviously, again, with Rebound, it's a multi-award-winning web series, but you still can't get past that vicious cycle because something's not. You haven't got that one thing. You can't get a literary agent. Yeah. And that's what it is in this industry. It's so much of a vicious cycle.
Yeah, because if I had the literary agent, they can send like the scripts to production companies.
Yeah, this is it.
So, and production companies won't really even see my scripts right now without an agent.
Because they're classed as unsolicited
stuff. And so I've been going to production companies like just to try and see if they have an opening somewhere. Some of them have competitions going on, like
BBC Writers' Room and stuff like that.
Yeah, BBC Writers' Room, even though they've got stingy at the moment. Stuff like Matriarch, which is founded by Stephen Graham and his wife.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Shout out to you, lot. They've got a competition going on at the moment for all underprivileged scriptwriters, open to boost people from working class backgrounds.
Yeah.
I sent mine to that as well. Other production companies, like I've know one in Liverpool called LA Productions. And every now and then they let you send in a script, they can give an opinion on it, and also take your idea as well if you want. Obviously, we're paying for you, and it's just trying to find the production companies that will accept to do that. Some will take a pitching.
I was going to say, so you can get that one shot, so that you can get something commissioned, so that you can then get a literary agent, and then you can send it through you.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a lot of brick walls in this industry that you've got to punch through.
And also, what I was saying before,
pardon the pun, by the way.
Oh yeah. And what I was saying before was easy for you getting the agent than it was for me. I
was lucky because of my agent.
See, that's it. I had to do all this training, and eventually I had a showcase which agents were invited to.
Yeah.
And luckily I landed an agent through that. Yeah, I wasn't even on Spotlight then with that. The agents had to get me a few little jobs, got me credits up.
Yeah.
And then threw it on Spotlight. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be doing bugger all now. And even at the same time, even though I've got a quite background of work behind me, I still feel like I've done bugger all. I'm a commercial guy, you see. I've barely done any TV. It's like that. Hire me.
No, but honestly, that's what I mean. It's just there's a lot of brick walls to get through this, and that's why I was saying at the start, you've really got to have a thick skin. You've got to have such a thick skin, because if you have it, if you're someone that can't take a no, you're knackered in this business.
Yeah.
You're really, really knackered.
And I think that's a good thing about being dads in this business as well. You're used to saying, getting a no thrown at you. Put that down. No. Eat that, will you? No. Stop shitting yourself. No.
Which we do all the time. But no, it does, and it brings on to, like I said, another point that we've got jotted down. It makes you feel like quitting.
Yeah, all the time.
Genuinely makes you feel like quitting.
But it does make you feel like quitting, because sometimes you just think to yourself, I'm not getting anywhere with this. But also, it's your relationships as well. Like, you're being in a relationship, having kids, and all you think of is like money's getting a struggle here. So you just think of giving it up. And
do you know what? There's that, and there's also the thing of, like I was saying, as dads, we've got, like you say, we've got to work retail or whatever it is we do.
Yeah.
We've got to try and make time to be a dad and a partner, and then you've got to try and make time for the acting career as well. Yeah. And if you're working, say, 80 hours a week, you're not going to have that time for your family, which can also cause problems. Yes. So it's a really tricky balance to strike.
Oh, it's a tricky balance, because what people don't realise, right, is back in the older days when the dad, it seemed to be like the dad would go to work, leave the mum at home, she looks after the kids. But realistically, the dad barely spent any time with the kids. But in this day and age now, the dads are more hands-on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is good. So we're not really in that part of, it's more fair share now, really.
Yeah.
But the problem with that, it is evenly trying to space your time. Absolutely. And then on top of that, trying to promote yourself as an actor and get your acting stuff, that's a bit more time getting put into the mix.
It's time to think. And as well as another thing that I mentioned about it as well, only because I've had it recently, it's just dawned on me. When I got that recall, I got it the day before the email. I got the day before to say, I've got to be in London for, it was something like 11 o'clock, but I was in work the following morning.
Yeah.
So I then got very quickly say, I can't work tomorrow morning because I've got to go down to London. And like you say, that's your bread and butter, that's your job that pays your bills. Yeah. So there's that part of it as well, which I know a lot of people struggle with. There was someone I was speaking to recently, actually, I won't name her name, but she wanted to get involved in the Play Festival, and the boss basically said to her, if you do it, you're sacked.
That's why I've reduced my hours down to the weekend.
And it makes it tricky because as much as you've got something that you want to do, at the same time, you've got that fear of, I've got my stability in the wage here. Yeah. And you've got to try, sometimes you go, do you make a leap, do or not? It's tricky.
Well, what I did originally, I reduced my hours down, so I was working, I think at the time, I was working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. Actually, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And even though I reduced my hours to make myself more available for the acting, the audition always seems to be landed on the day of work. And the horrible thing is, right, is you have an opportunity for an audition, like, let's say it is a lot of money, like 10 grand.
Yeah.
Or you can go into work for an £80 shift, yeah. And it's a no-brainer. I mean, it's even worse when you actually have the job.
It's a no-brainer unless you don't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then it's one of them. One of them that, especially like the boss that I've just mentioned, you could lose the 10 grand and the 80 quid.
Yeah. So you could be in a predicament. Let's say the audition was on, on a Monday or something like that, and then you found out that the shoot date was the Friday next week. If you get that part, what the hell are you going to do about work? You could ask work last minute, can I have the day off? If they say no, you're possibly saying no to 10 grand. Who the fuck would do that? Oh, the flip would do that.
My
language is bad. That's another bad thing about having kids. Try not to swear more.
We're all adults.
But and then you have to contemplate possibly doing a sickie. So that's why I work at the weekends, to avoid doing the sickies.
Oh, I've got a story actually, and I'm going to say it now, due to the fact of the business has closed down, and the manager is now my missus. It was years ago. You're going back me and my missus have been together 3 years. About 5 years ago, and I got an audition for something, and I was like, I really have to go, but it was literally, like say, the day after. Yeah. And I messaged the supervisor, I was like, I'm ringing in sick tomorrow, you better answer the phone. She did. And I phoned up and I was like, I can't come in today. She went, why? She went, you know why? She went, you need to give me a reason. And I said, coming out of both ends by. But that's something, like you say, something you've got to do. And it luckily enough, like I say, I had a boss that was quite willing to help me out and support me a little bit. But not everyone has. Like I say, the friend that I've got had a boss that turned around and said, if you go, you select. Yeah. And it's then it's like, well, what do I do?
Words of advice to all actors out there when you're doing a sickie for this purpose: try not to use the shitting one because they all know. Because that's the one I use.
Yeah, use
the
Uncle Knobhead. Uncle Knobhead's dead again.
Just try and find some. And also, I'm not being funny, right? When I've actually called into work, not for this purpose, just a genuine calling in sick.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with your voice.
Oh yeah,
that's annoying. That because they expect you to get.
You've got to put your sicky voice on.
I can't do it today. What's up with you? Here I come. You know, nothing wrong with me.
Considering this is an acting daddy thing, that's where you've got to act. There's a bit of practice in that because if you're either not ill or you are ill and you don't sound ill, you've got to act ill. So there is a bit of acting involved. It's a bit of preparation.
I can't make it in today. What's up with you? I broke my leg. Are you talking like that then? I don't know.
The pain spread to my throat. But no, that's a big part of it as well. But no, I think that's pretty much everything we wanted to talk about.
I don't know. I mean,
I think that is pretty much everything.
Because I don't think we've talked fully about how hard it is having kids and trying to establish an acting career. Like for example, we got half time holiday come up soon.
Yeah.
Right. And
I don't have to consider it because my lad's only 2.
So
I don't have to consider
you have the problem that I have every half time then, because your kids are there non-stop. Yeah. And no offense, they can't shut up.
They can't.
No, they can't.
That's why I have to film my self-tapes or any vlogs that I do in my old bedroom at my mum's. Yeah. Because there's no 2-year-old there going, wah, wah, wah.
That's a horrible thing because you just say, look, can you just keep them quiet for 10 minutes or something like that.
It's not happening, is it?
You can't do it. As soon as there's that thing and you've got dialogue, all you can hear in the background. It's a real passionate part and you're doing it. Yeah, you're delivering it.
Streaming down your face.
Like, this is going really well. Can you shut them up for 2 minutes?
No, but it's tricky. Like, that's what I mean. I've got any self-tapes or anything like that, I've got to do it with my mum's. I've got to do my old bedroom with mum's because there's no 2-year-old there. But the problem is there's geese on the canal. So either way, I'm screwed. I've either got a 2-year-old crying or I've got geese going, bah, 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 bah. I'm like, right, Perry, shut up.
I must look like a schizophrenic when I'm doing my self-tape with kids in the house. It's one of them. You know, one of them. Hi, my name is Andrew, and I'm from such and such. And would you shut up?
It's like when you mum pick up. I remember. So when I did Coronation Street, you'll have had this as well when you did Emmerdale, I'm sure. Where you get the costume department phone you a couple of days beforehand just to go through things with you and stuff like that. So I've had the costume department phone me up. And they're trying to have this conversation, and my son was kicking off at the time. I went, Sonny, shut up. And she went, is it a good time to talk? I'm like, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Sonny, we can. He's laughing. You know what I mean? But these are all the challenges you face, though. Don't you? I've known people, like you say, want to talk more about the kids side of it. I think it was actually your agent. Lucy, I think she actually took a break out of acting, didn't she, while she had her kids?
Did she?
Yeah, I swear she said to me, and I know a few people have said it to me, that they've actually took a complete break out of the industry, whether it be like 4 years, to have the family and have the children all start young and then get back to it. And I'm like, that must be so hard, especially after that.
I don't blame them, though. I really don't.
I don't blame them, because I can understand why you do that, because it's stressful.
Yeah, and also you can't sleep as well. Because, I mean, with kids, obviously, they all have that time. Other than the night feeds, they always have that time period where they don't want to sleep, normally when you got a job. Do time it like that. So you're wrecked and you're knackered and you got this. And sometimes, even though you want the money, you can't even be asked doing the self-tape. You're like, yeah, I'm tired, I want to go to bed.
It takes the love out of it, doesn't it? Because you're so...
It does. But also, that's what another thing that takes the love out of it sometimes. you start thinking of the money, because obviously, you know, having a family and stuff like that, all you're thinking of is, oh, we need the money, and the job's not enough, I need the money.
Yeah.
And then you're going in for the audition, all you're thinking of is that money.
Yeah, literally.
You think of what that money can
honestly,
bring.
sometimes, especially like when it's a commercial, you get like a buyout and stuff like that. You're going home spending it.
Yeah.
You're going home spending the money. I go, right, well, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do the other, and then you don't get it. You're like, right, well, I won't do that, I won't do that, I won't do that.
I won't bugger on. There's ideas out the window.
Yeah, exactly.
And it sounds stupid, but trust me, you get that large amount of money, you end up doing bugger all with it anyway. You just try and hold on to it.
Yeah, literally.
And you can't hold on to it.
It looks better in your bank account.
Yeah, it looks good, except when it starts dwindling down.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, it does. It gets scary, doesn't it? There's a certain mark, and I think everyone sets like a certain mark. Like, right, when they get under that, it's dangerous, and you get under that a lot quicker than you want to.
Yeah, especially when you've got kids, you end up
of course,
spending on crap. You have to spend £20 in Tesco or Asda or whatever, and you come home with one bag, and it's all for the kid.
Oh, honestly, it's to go like me. I'm just talking general chat now, but me and my missus went to a supermarket the other day. Again, I won't name names. I won't name brands, but I went to a supermarket the other day. I think we got like 3 or 4 nights worth of teas. 50 quid.
So that's what I mean.
So what?
It's cheaper to get takeout.
It's not money. But like you say, when you've got kids, these are the things you got to do.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what, and like you say, it's a motivation as well, because having kids, even though money shouldn't be the be all and end all, money does make the world go round. So
yeah, exactly.
when you're getting that offer of that job that's worth a bit more money, and you feel like you can live a bit more of a comfortable life.
So that's one of the motivations really. If you can get a job such as an acting job, and it pays well, it does pay well. I mean, acting work pays well. It's just few and far between.
Yeah,
but if you can actually get paid to do something like you love like that, that's the motivation.
There is one
really.
thing I will say, and I've heard so many people say, but if you do a job that you love, you don't work a day in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is true.
And I'll be honest with you, when I get an acting job,
I've done 12-hour days before now, and they don't bother me because I'm just having a laugh. But I can do a 5-hour shift at work, and I keep looking at the clock every 2 minutes, like, is it finishing time?
I get that with a 4-hour shift. Honestly.
It's bad, isn't it? It's really bad.
Clock watching and 2 hours down, 2 hours to go.
Yeah.
Where it's an acting job, it's like, well, 7 hours already.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy pills.
Well, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we've got to jot it down for now. But I think we are going to plan on doing more of these, because we've done 3.
Yeah.
And they've actually been a lot of fun.
Yes.
They've actually been a lot of fun. I've had fun doing them.
It's all fun. It's good stress relief as well.
I hope you've had fun watching them. Hope you've enjoyed them. Obviously, I did put it out there before we did these episodes, but as I've said, we're not Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, so no one was bothered about us. But if you've watched these and you're enjoying it and you'd want to talk about something in particular, do let us know, because there is, and like I said, I've been in the game for 10 years. You've got to have been in the game for at least 10, 15, 20 years maybe. There's a lot of experience between us anyway, and a lot of stories to be told, and maybe some advice that we could give you. God knows, with all, whether it be agent, showreel, headshot, social media, you name it.
How not to audition.
How not to audition, yeah, that's one. But no, there is several things that we can talk about, and like I say, either entertain you or inform you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and keep your eyes peeled for what's to come.